Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh, good conversations with good people. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Chilling and Vibing Podcast. Today we are joined by not just a doctor, but a singer also.
Hi,
And
I'm Niccale.
what's going on, girl?
I'm doing good. I'm just chilling and vibing, to be honest. It's a Monday and I'm having a great day so far.
That's what's up. Hey, I appreciate you for coming to Chill and Vibe. So, Niccale, where you from?
I'm from Brownsville, Texas. It's a small city, South Texas, right by the Mexican border. I used to live in the LA area, Buffalo, New York, and El Paso, but this is home for me, so I moved back about a year ago.
Okay. So, staying in Texas, I gotta ask, Dallas or Houston?
Mm, I say
Cowboys or
Houston.
Texans?
Oh, okay, going by teams. Wow. I'd still say Houston. Yeah.
I don't
I
think
might lose
Jared be
some.
fond of that.
I was gonna say I might lose like half of my followers, but that's fine.
That's what's up. So, like, how is it living in Texas, man? What's life like out there in the big old state of Texas?
It's huge. So big thing is, getting from one city to the other is not an hour. It's not 2 hours. It's like 4 to 9 hours, depending on where you want to go. Um, it's really chill though. Very calm, very hot. Winters almost don't exist in some cities, but yeah, the cool. It's very cool in Texas. You have great food, tacos, barbecue. It kind of spans a lot.
That's what's up. I've been to Dallas. Dallas was dope. I went to the
Yeah,
Cowboy Stadium, not Texans, but
there
the
you go.
Cowboy Stadium, I did a little tour with my little daughter and my family, my aunt,
Um,
cousin and them, and my uncle and aunt, they Cowboy fans. But
nice.
yeah, we came out there that when they had COVID and when COVID was going
Oh,
on, and we was got an Airbnb and we were just chilling and vibing, and then we went and toured the Cowboy Stadium.
very cool. Did you like it? Did you like Dallas?
Yeah, yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was dope. I enjoyed it, man. Good vibes, good vibes. Like you say, it's big. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, and it's a lot to do. A lot to do.
right. Hmm.
Like I got a cousin, she stay out there now, and when I went and visited her, man, she took me to the rum cake factory. We went to
Oh, wow.
Austin's in Dallas, and then we went to the club. Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot.
Yeah,
And a
Dallas is
weekend
like one.
span.
Yeah, Dallas is one of those hubs. So Dallas and Houston, there's so much to do. Even San Antonio, Austin, those are like the four bigger cities where you can find everything.
What's up? So Nikhil, what drew you
Mhm.
into wanting to be a doctor, and when did you realize that was your calling?
So I always was interested in it ever since elementary school. It was really my like main passion, and that drove me through elementary, college, all of that. I just didn't know what specialty. So that was really the question. It wasn't what am I going to do? What am I going to be? It was what specialty did I want to focus on? So then when I was in college, I shadowed other specialties, and that's when I chose podiatry, which is foot and ankle focused medicine. And I've been doing that independently for about 4 years now. So I'm like 4 years out. Still considered a young doctor, but like I said, I've been through different states and stuff, and so I kind of I like it. I love it actually. It's my passion, my first passion.
That's what's up. What were some of the early challenges you faced?
Um, the early challenges that I faced were coming out of my comfort zone pretty quickly. So I was the youngest in my class in medical school. I was 21 and it was in California. So going from a small city in Texas to basically Southern California, LA area, it was a huge like culture shock. And I was basically by myself, but that helped me grow so much in everything. I mean, in knowledge, independence, culture, everything like that, and realizing, that that's probably the best thing is when you feel stuck is to just go out of your comfort zone.
How do you handle situations when treatments don't go as expected?
I've seen that a lot. So in training, I knew that that was going to be normal, that that's not very uncommon, and it's easy to feel like you fail in life and things, but actually that's common. I mean, it's not only in my hands, but it's in the patient's hands too. And then there's just natural factors that come into play. So not being hard on yourself and being quick on your toes to come up with like the plan B, plan C options and explaining everything without guarantees.
Okay. So at the Western University, did you have a mentor?
Um, Yeah, so in residency, I had a lot of mentors. It's a 3-year residency. So starting in my first year, there was a second year and a third year. And they were these two really intelligent individuals. They were my mentors. The program director, his name is Dr. Anine. He was my mentor. And then there were just a lot of other doctors that taught us in that hospital that ended up being mentors for me. Now, though, I will say I don't really have a mentor as much, but it's sort of just like the flow of everything. There's not too many podiatrists here in Brownsville, so I kind of find myself mentoring more.
Okay. How do you balance being a doctor and a singer?
Well, that's what was really important to me in medicine. Shadowing and learning from so many other doctors, it's easy to see that they get burnt out. So that was one of the things that I told myself, I'm not gonna carry out my passion and be burnt out. I'm not gonna carry out my passion and be unhappy or tired all the time. So I balance my life pretty well. I work 4 days a week, and then between Thursday through Sunday, that's all music stuff. And so, and I don't have kids myself, so I just have a lot of time right now. So I'm using it to the most that I can possibly do.
So, like, when did your music journey begin?
Actually, just this year in January, so about 9 months ago.
Like, how you just jump out there? You say you want to do music, or
No, I've always loved music, songwriting. I play the piano, and I just thought, and I've been writing songs. That's the key component. I've been writing songs for 2 years now. And I thought, let me just try to meet with a producer. I brought him one song. It's called Monaco, and it's out now. And this was January 17th. I met with him, and right off the bat, we clicked. He turned my song into something I would have never imagined. And then from then, we've been meeting to this day since January. I would say that we've made together about 26 songs.
so being a writer? What do you write about? Personal experiences, or you just freestyle?
So 2 years ago, I realized that writing music was a good outlet to get out the sad stuff, like the hard stuff. So 2 years ago, that's what I was writing, was a lot of like emotion and like it was tough at the time. Now, flash forward, it's kind of fun because this album that I'm pushing out, it's called Bonita, and a lot of those songs are really fun and upbeat because my writing style now is more like fun and light. It's very in the moment, nothing too heavy. It's a very just exciting life for me right now, and you can like hear it in the lyrics.
Okay. Who are your top five singers of all time?
Oh, that's tough. I don't know if I even have five. I would say like artists in general. My number one would be Taylor Swift. I'm a Swiftie. She's a great songwriter, and so I put her really high on my list. Um, I think artist wise, I would also say Ed Sheeran. He's a great artist. I like Drake's vibe. So I would say like Drake's vibe is really cool too. So I'd put him up there. Um, hmm. I appreciate certain artists like Coldplay, and I appreciate vocalists a lot too. So for vocalists, I'd say someone like Celine Dion. I think she's a really good vocalist.
Okay.
I think I
What was
think that's five.
the what was the first song you ever wrote, and what did it teach you about yourself?
Mm. The first song that I ever wrote, it's called Once More, and it taught me that I was pretty clever with lyrics. So, well, now they say bars, right? Like if you're rapping, you can throw bars out, and like it's just using words to mean double things or have hidden messages or tie into the previous line and stuff. And it also taught me when I started songwriting, it taught me that I'm pretty decent at finding like phrases that stick in your head.
Mm.
Um, so that's what it taught me.
Walk us through your writing process. How do you go from an idea to a finished track?
Yes. So a lot of my ideas come very unexpected. So I have a tendency to have like the voice recording or voice memos on my phone. If I'm driving, I'll hit that button really quick and I'll record what I'm thinking or singing, melody, lyric, either one, and then I'll go back to it later. So where I write is actually like you can see right behind me, there's a piano. Um, that's where I do most of my songwriting. I put together certain chords and then I just keep the flow going and start writing, and then before you know it, I have a full song.
That's what's up. Do you have a favorite live show that you will remember forever?
Live show. I liked The Voice, especially at the beginning seasons. I thought that that was really entertaining, and I was actually on The Voice set a couple of times, so that was cool.
What was that moment like?
It was cool. I'm a Swiftie, so it just so happened I was living in LA, and I was invited to be on the set, just like in the audience. And it happened to be um, when Taylor Swift came on, and she wasn't a judge or anything. They just invited her on to perform at the end of the show as closing. And so she actually performed Blank Space in front of me, and it was the first time she had ever performed Blank Space was on the show. So that was like really cool, number one. And then two, before we got to the audience section, we had to wait. There was a waiting area. So there was like six of us audience members just waiting. And then Blake Shelton passes by behind us to use the bathroom. And all I hear is some gentleman say, "Hey guys." And we turn and it's Blake Shelton. So
Ah,
that was pretty cool. Yeah.
that's dope.
It was, yeah.
So, Niccale, how do you prepare for a performance?
Um, well, vocal wise, I carry honey with me. And I just do like a tablespoon of honey and I drink water. I can't have any alcohol before performing. I can have caffeine, but I can't have I can't have alcohol. So vocally, that's how I prepare. And then sometimes I do have a couple rap songs. So sometimes when I'm driving to the event, I'll play the rap song just to make sure I don't forget the lines because there's so many. So I have to do that too. But that's pretty much it.
Who would be your dream collab?
I think it would be so cool to collaborate. I'm thinking like a male vocal, right? I think it'd be so cool to collaborate with Drake for sure and Post Malone.
Oh, yeah, Drake, you going platinum.
Yeah.
What do you hope people feel from your music?
Excitement and energy. Like that's like a huge thing. I hope I leave people feeling good and like they don't really have a worry right now.
What's one thing people don't know about you that might surprise them?
Mm, let's see. I think it would surprise people. Hmm, that's a great question. Maybe a couple things. I love scary movies. Like I fall asleep to scary movies. Um, and let's see, what's another one? I'm very scared of heights. And I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I just cannot do cold.
I agree. I can't do the cold either.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm always wearing long sleeves. If you meet me, I'm always in long sleeves because I get cold too easily.
What do you want people to remember you for? Not just as a singer or a doctor, but as a human being.
Right. Um, I want them to remember me as someone who's positive, um, someone that maybe is unique in a good way. I hope I leave everyone feeling good, and I hope they remember me to have a sense of humor and to keep everything light and positive.
You was on tour recently, right?
Well, I have like I guess you could call it a tour, but yes, I have performances going around. Like I was in Hollywood, and then in a couple weeks I'll be in Austin, and then Dallas in October. So it's considered a tour, but I'm just basically going by the months and getting booked in different places.
Like, what is that tour life like? Like, got to be this place, got to be that place, and what the reaction you have received from new fans?
People are really surprised. Well, first, I'm very social, so when I enter a place, I love meeting people, getting to know them by name, and I guess they don't really know what to expect. And then I usually tell them I focus on EDM or electronic music, and even more so, they don't know what to expect, you know? So then I perform, and like recently in California, I got messages that night, the next day, just saying, like, wow, that was dope. Did not expect that. And yeah, that's sort of the reaction I've been getting is just it's the unexpected and it's very fun. I get really into it. I love to dance and just be in the moment.
What reaction have you received from your friends?
My friends, most of my close friends are in Houston, and so they're very supportive and very positive. They were in Vegas this past weekend and they sent me a video. They were in their like rental car listening to my one of my songs, Paleta, and they sent it to me and I was like, "Aw." And they were like, "That's a fire song." And so they're just really supportive, very supportive people. My whole circle is just supportive.
What goals you plan on accomplishing this year?
This year, I'd love to go to certain cities I haven't been to, but with the mission of performing. So I would love to perform in Colorado, Vegas, Miami, um, different areas across the US, and also put out a couple more EPs and albums this year.
Okay. What advice would you give a younger version of yourself? What would you tell her?
I would tell them to start sooner. It would have been really cool to see this play out if I was just much younger. But then again, I went through medical school and it would have been I would have been a different person altogether. So there's always perfect timing for everything. But if I were younger, I would have said, you should probably try it.
If someone wanted to follow you on your socials or listen to your music, how could they do that?
So I'm mostly on Instagram at it's Niccale, ITSNICCALE. And then my music is on almost all major platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music, basically everywhere. Just searching my first and last name, Niccale Alibin, and you'll find everything.
But Nikhil, I appreciate you for coming to chill and vibe. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
Chilling and vibing.
Oh yeah. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.